What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Everything Wrestling. Today, I will be showing you how I recreated the matchup from Superbrawl, WCW Superbrawl, between Bobby Eaton and Arn Anderson. If you remember, that was, I think, Bobby's first TV title win, and it was a great match. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. But without further ado, let's get to it. So as you can see, we have Bobby posted on the top rope. Now, the way that we got him strung up there is we have fishing line. We basically use, first I'm going to give you the supplies. First we use fishing line or fishing wire, um, yardstick, and a tripod, and clamps. Don't forget your clamps. Clamps are most important. And the way that we had him strung up there, if you notice, we have him we have the fishing wire ran up under Eden's arm. So it's all, when you're stringing those figures up, it's all about weight and balance. So you know if he's a top heavy figure that you need to secure the top the most, because again, if he's strung up from the bottom because he's top heavy, he's gonna lean forward. Vice versa. If he's bottom heavy, then he's gonna lean backwards. So this is where, that, as they say, physics comes into play. So we used the fishing wire, ran up under his top arms, and that's why you notice his arms out to the side. We know Jacks have limited articulation to begin with, but we used it to our advantage. So it gives off the impression that he's posing before he hits that final maneuver on the top rope, but that's how we ran the wire up under his arms. And then we proceed to run it to the yardstick. So you want to give yourself enough line, and then you run it, and we wrap it around the yardstick. And we use the clamps to hold the wire down. So make sure, there's various clamps there. These are clamps that I got at the dollar store. You can get clamps at Home Depot. Basically, you just want to make sure that the clamps are strong enough to hold the figure up. So that's what you really want to make sure, because that wire doesn't have any weight to it. But once you add that figure, then now you're getting, various types of weight. Also, you want to make sure that whatever tripod you're using is strong enough to hold uh, a little weight to it too. Because again, remember, it's holding the figure or figures up just by a yardstick. So let's say, for instance, you need to elevate it, you need to rise, move it up, then pretty much you're going to be messing around with that tripod, and you don't want a cheaper tripod that's, the thinner tripods that don't have enough weight to it, and as you raise him up, the tripod falls forward, destroys your whole shot. So make sure you're using a pretty thick or strong tripod that can hold up your weight. So now once we did that, then pretty much we get prepared for our shot. So it's all about camera angles. And then if you look to the left for that old school rising stage, entrance stage look that WCW was known for back then, basically all we did for that was we took one of the old Ultimate Edition boxes. So the basic, if you remember, it was the 2-pack boxes. So like what the Steiners came in, I think like Muhammad Ali, Gorilla, that size box. You just want to make sure that the box reaches the ring apron, and laid the box out, took an old t-shirt, black t-shirt, and just spread it and wrapped it around the box. Now, you don't have to use a black t-shirt. You can use any type of black material, but you want to use something that does not wrinkle very easily. And if it does wrinkle easily and you don't want to have to buy something, make sure you press it before you use it. So throw it, give it a put the iron on it, or put it in dry and let the steam hit it. But basically press it out. Reason being, you want a clean look when you're doing these pictures. So we don't want a lot of wrinkles. And then you don't want to have to do a lot of editing in post-production where you got to go and edit out all the wrinkles. So the better your shot is, the less work you have to do afterwards. And then if you notice, we got Wyndham and Pillman fighting. For Wyndham, so the Pillman is the old elite Flying Brian. I forgot which Legends line that is, but the Street Fight Wyndham, the head is a custom 3D print. So various people have selling 3D heads out, or if you have 3D printed, make your own head. But the torso or body is the Piper figure from They Live. It was the I forgot his actual character name in They Live, but if you remember, it's the Piper figure that came with the flannel shirt. That figure has various uses. Pop off Piper head, and you can use it for various things. So we used it for this scene. Basically, like I said, popped off Piper head, put Wyndham head, and voila, we got a street fight or street gear Barry Windham, and we got that scene set. So then, of course, after that, it's all about your camera angles. So pretty much, just like I was telling you with your ramp, it's practicing those angles, making sure you're catching it at the right angle. And then one of the main things that you need to remember when shooting aerial shots, whatever your background is, and this doesn't apply to digital photos, because for digital photos you can edit it how you want to, but when you're doing actual photos with the actual background, you want to make sure that that background is 3 to 4 inches taller than whatever aerial scene that you're using. And again, I said 3 to 4 inches taller. Reason being, you want to give yourself enough height at the top so that if you have to come down to shoot, you have to come at different angles. You don't have to worry about having to edit the background where that background stops at. You got enough background to play with at the top that you're not catching the top of the board. So that's a little tip that I use when I'm shooting aerial shots. And if you notice, you can actually see it in this video. If you notice, that background is split into two. So I have various backgrounds that I use when I'm doing it. And you can see there's one that's darker and one that's light. Now, again, all about angles. One of my backgrounds is a lot taller than the other. So that's the reason that I had two in this shot. So hopefully these tips and tactics were very helpful for you, and hopefully you could take them and use them with your figure photography or animation in the ways you please. If you have any comments or you have any questions as to where the supplies or anything relevant to the video, by all means leave it in the comment section. Make sure you like, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Remember, this is how YouTube pushes its algorithm. But other than that, you guys stay safe out there, stay blessed, and we will catch you on the next go around.